And we are live, round 2 of the release shows for this Saturday morning, January 14th. Thank you for everybody coming back for the second show. As I mentioned in the chat, this originally was planned to be a subscriber-only show, a YouTube subscriber-only show. And we elected to promote as usual because it's a very busy Saturday, to put it lightly. So this will be a potential going forward where it is a YouTube subscriber-only show. So that is, again, a push to hit the subscribe button down below, because I know what's going to happen. We're going to do it probably this coming week. It's going to be a subscriber-only show that sneaks in there. The bet is going to win, and then people are going to say, I didn't know. I didn't see it. Where was it? Why weren't you telling anyone? I push it at the start of every show. That's all I'm going to say. I'll leave it at that. So that subscribe button is down below. Subscriber-only shows. They won't overtake the channel, but there's going to be one or two here and there on these really busy cards with a lot of games and a lot of options. So that subscribe button is below for a reason. Encourage everybody to hit that button. A reminder before we get going, release procedure, go, cancel, and opposite. All in play. All three of those are an option. As always, going forward, a reminder, saw people in the chat last show questioning what was going on. If you are a first-time viewer to the show or you're just getting used to the release shows, you're going to hear the setup. Then you're either going to hear go, you're going to hear cancel, or you are going to hear opposite. One of those three things will exist with each of the bets. With all of that said, let's get to the next setups for this Saturday card. And what I will say is we'll have a number of setups going forward here on the show. Each of them will exist in the first half menu. So no full games. These will all be first half setups. So you can get to the first half section of your sports book and you can stay there. Give everybody a couple of seconds as we bring up the odds board. And for the first setup here on the second show, we will go to game number 729, Cal State Fullerton, UC Davis, first half over 64, 2 p.m. Pacific time. Game number 729, Cal State Fullerton, UC Davis, first half over 64, 2 p.m. Pacific time. It is a first half. We'll give everybody a few more seconds to go and find Cal State Fullerton, UC Davis, first half over 64. Game number 729, Cal State Fullerton, UC Davis, first half over 64 is an opposite. The release is first half under 64. Cal State Fullerton, UC Davis, first half under 64 is a go. Bet under 64, first half, Cal State Fullerton, UC Davis. The under is the release. First half under, Cal State Fullerton, UC Davis at 64. Let us know where you were finding the first half odds. What were you seeing? What were you betting? As always, in the YouTube chat, let us know what you were looking at. Derek got the 64. Same with Spade Kills. Joe got 64.5 at FanDuel. Same thing with Alec. They've been quick to move, but I think a lot of people were able to get that here. Brian says easy 64 at PPH. Same thing also seeing with Tommy. Brent was able to get these 64 as well. Connor got the 64. 64.5 showing up as well in the chat. Keegan got the 64 at PPH as well. Looks like that one was successful to get the 64, even a 65 for Mark, who caught MGM going the other way on the setup. That will definitely happen. Good to see that people were privy to that and able to get on the opposite at 64 or 64.5 for the most part, looking in the chat. Continuing on, we'll get to the next setup. And for this, we are going to game number 826, Long Beach, Hawaii, first half under 65.5 at 9 p.m. Pacific. Way at the bottom of the list, 826, Long Beach, Hawaii, first half under 65.5 at 9 p.m. Pacific time. Give everybody a little less than 10 more seconds. Long Beach, Hawaii, first half under 65.5, 9 p.m. Pacific. 826 Long Beach, Hawaii, first half under 65.5 is a go. We're betting 826 Long Beach, Hawaii, first half under 65.5. This is a go. Seeing a lot of places a little bit slow to move here, so we should see a lot of success coming in the chat here. 65.5 is the first half under Long Beach and Hawaii, 9 p.m. Pacific time. Now everywhere else is starting to move. Joe was able to get FanDuel again, 65.5, 66 for Nick. Derek, 66.5. Tim Fraley, good to see him back on the stream, 65.5. 65.5 for Joey Winter, 2. Win for Alec at 66. Same thing with Camden. A lot of 65.5 showing up at the release price. Ezra was able to get it. Brad was able to get the 65.5 as well. Seeing the same for Rick, and a Joe Lupo sighting on another show as well. Happy weekend to everybody coming back. A lot of familiar faces in the chat. A lot of people at 65.5 or 66 as well on Long Beach, Hawaii, first half under. Moving on with the next setup. We're going to game number 811, Portland Gonzaga, first half over 75.5 at 7 p.m. Pacific time. Again, near the bottom of the list, game number 811, Portland Gonzaga, first half over 75.5, 7 p.m. Pacific time. Little less than 10 more seconds. Game number 811, Portland Gonzaga, first half over 75.5, 7 p.m. Pacific. Game number 811, Portland Gonzaga, first half over 75.5 is a cancel. Not betting Portland Gonzaga, first half over 75.5. This is a cancel. If you have it in your bet slip, it is a cancel. Not betting Portland Gonzaga, first half over. Moving on to the next setup of this second show. Going to game number 814, Grand Canyon, Cal Baptist, first half under 60, 7 p.m. Pacific time. 814, Grand Canyon, Cal Baptist, first half under 60, 7 p.m. Pacific time. Five more seconds. Grand Canyon, Cal Baptist, first half under 60. 814, Grand Canyon, Cal Baptist, first half under 60 is a go. We're betting Grand Canyon, Cal Baptist, first half under 60. This is a go. Looking like a lot of 60s still on the board as some of the big three books start to move here. Some 60.5s lingering out there as well. And Andrew was able to pick one off very quickly. Can still see some of those lingering. Harrison was able to get that at PPH as well. Spade got 60 at 365. Joey was able to get one of those 60.5. Same thing with John, who was able to find it at FanDuel too. I saw Tim in the chat too at 60. Ezra was able to get 60.5 as well. Same thing for Derek, Justin, 60 flat for Joe. 60 at PPH after that initial move, 60.5 at DK, 60.5 at You Would Wager as well. Brad was able to get the 60.5 as well. Good to have Barles Jr. on the show as well. Loving it here so far. Loving all of the people coming back in the chat as well. A very busy second show on a very busy Saturday. And those three releases will do it for the Saturday here on the channel. As always, that possibility of a subscriber-only show. I'm not just saying it. This was going to be it. This wasn't it, as we just elected to promote it as usual. But that will happen. Subscribe button is down below. Encourage everybody to go and subscribe to the channel for those updates on the shows coming up. Three releases today in the second show. Fullerton Davis, first half under 64. Long Beach, Hawaii, first half under 65.5. And Grand Canyon, Cal Baptist, first half under 60. To go along with the three from the earlier show. We'll have a full recap on Twitter as well as within the Discord. Appreciate everybody for stopping by on the second show. Have a very great Saturday watching sports, watching basketball, watching football. We'll talk to you on the next show.